Alright guys, welcome to Afterburner II, rebuild, repair, refurbish, restore, whatever you want to call it. Mailbox. I believe I got some 5K potentiometers in here. And yeah. Alright guys, so here's Afterburner II. I got my recorder holder, whatever you want to call it, suction cup to the glass, plexiglass. Gonna open up the control panel so we can expose the potentiometers, and hopefully we can get them changed. But before we do that, I want to test something here. There is a free play ROM thing that I'm going to try to work on for this. But my issue is with the pots is it doesn't, see how long it takes to turn sharp? Like, it's not registering right away. And I can't do any barrel rolls on here either ever. So, I mean, flying at full speed, slow, it doesn't matter. I can't do a barrel roll. And when I open this up, I'm going to explain why I think that is. And we'll see if I'm right. Alright, fellas. Here are the potentiometers. So this one's for left and right. It ain't showing up in the film too well. But what happens is when I've got about this much dead space in my potentiometer that don't really read once you start moving the stick. And that translates to when you got it fully turned, since it didn't read that far, you're not turning it fully, if that makes sense. So, same thing with up and down. Right here, there's a massive wobble. See that? It's like lifting up and down instead of instantly rotating. So, this is always such a disaster, ain't it? I don't know how long this video is going to be, guys, but anyways, I'm going to be working on changing these pots. I'm going to put the camera right up here. I'm going to try to aim down in wherever I'm working at and just let the camera roll. It might be half an hour, it might be 10 minutes. I have no idea. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, alright. Alright, so I'm going to remove these screws that hold the pot on the assembly here. So this is again for the left and the right here. This also, these two screws also give you the adjustment of in and out, the engagement of between these gears, and also you can slightly rotate them to get your decihex. Is it decihex? Something like that, you know, in the computer, so you can get it exactly centered. So I'm going to pull this out now. So here's the pot. There's the plate that mounts it in here, and this brass gear that meshes with this gear. So I'm going to go ahead and take these two screws out to remove the gear from the potentiometer. Well, that one's Phillips. You shouldn't have to take them all the way out. They only go in and butt against the shaft. Well, this shaft is completely round, and it should have a flat spot on it if I'm not mistaken. So taking this nut off, star washer on there. I'm gonna leave the star washer sit on top of this so I can know which way it sets back on the new pot. This potentiometer has a tab sticking up right here that was clocking in here. I'm not sure how the new ones are gonna look. This is from eBay. I'll leave the part number I ordered after this clip or whatever. I believe this is the part number right here. I think I got both of these for about 20 bucks. You can see it has a little tab for clocking on that plate. So it's clocked in there. I think it's just so it can't really rotate around and around. The new pot came with a lock washer, a flat washer, and its own nut. Probably the threads may be a little different, so I'm just going to use them regardless. I'm going to tighten it down. Make sure it's good and tight. I don't want it to work loose after I spend who knows how long getting it right. Hang on a second. Alright, this one does have a flat spot, but it doesn't go all the way down to the end. So I guess the flat spot didn't matter. So I've tightened the Phillips screw down into the shaft. And I'm going to tighten this other screw down into the shaft, basically connecting the two together. I'm going to make sure they're really good and tight. So the end of the screw will basically dig into the shaft a little bit to lock itself down in there. But you don't want to be too strong because this is brass. These are steel. It could strip the brass out. So now I have a nice, tight, rotating potentiometer. And you can see on this potentiometer how much wobble there is in the shaft here. And as you were turning this, the wobble would take up some of the turn as in slack, and it wouldn't actually rotate the potentiometer. Not to mention this is who knows how old. And just may not work as good as it did when it was new 30 years ago. So I'm going to put this plate back in here. Find more screws here. Try to get them started in. Maybe. Virtually I can't see the hole, I'm just feeling for it. If you wonder why I'm fumbling around so much, I don't want to try to put my head in your way. Yep, there's the tip. Alright, so hey. So I'm not going to really tighten that right now. So I want this to be able to move around, because I'm going to need it to move around while we I'm going to try to put it in the center, what I think is the center. Now I'm going to, God, these things look horrible. All right. I'm pretty sure I put some of these on here. cut them off, re-strip them, or just try to unsolder this crap. Alright, so this pot's facing the same way. This red wire goes over here. I'm wondering if I should put some shrink wrap on them. I'm gonna pause this video so I can go round up some shrink wrap. I slide a tube on here, and after I solder it, I'll try to slide it over. That way so it's protected, sort of like that was. I hope it's in frame. Alright guys, give me a minute. I'm gonna go find some shrink wrap. Okay, I think I'm back. Alright. I got some tubes here. I don't want them to be too long. I just need them to cover that tab. In my opinion, gentlemen, but you can do whatever you want. Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to poke this through the little hole like it came out of. Alright. I hate holding my soldering iron with my left hand. I'll let that cool a second. Alright, so that one's over there. I'll shrink it with heat a little bit later. So we got this middle one now. Excuse me. Oh. Sorry. Sometimes they get real shaky, guys, and one of these times is right now. trying to get the solder. It leaves like a big end on the end. It don't fit through the hole quite so well. Damn it. I knew that would happen. Shrunk my shrink wrap. Ah, shit. I didn't even solder that. I think I might need to pause and go get my glasses. There she goes. Now it's on there. I'll have to get me a razor knife and trim the shrink spot off, and then so I can get it slid over everything. Old Simpsons is getting on my nerves, but I have to have it on to have this one on. And I don't feel like reaching in to turn it down. So the old pot's now disconnected. Guess I'll do this the right way. I didn't really want to make these wires any shorter, but I did. That guy's on there good. It is slid down over the ear. Shrink that better later with some heat. So what I want to do now is hit my test button here, because I want to see that input test, right? Push the test button. Alright. So stick left and right. I think it needs to be set at 80H. what is that, hexadecimals? Some shit like that. My stick is centered right there. Yeah, see, instant response. I'll try tightening it right there. It's so responsive, even at slightest little movement makes it change. See, it's at 85H right now. But still, I can get to 80H right there. I got about the same amount in between my stick and that, so it goes down to 33H and up to D0H. So how do you exit out of here? You have to power it down. Well, regardless, I guess that don't matter for right now. Alright, let's move on to this potentiometer down here. So stick up and down right now is right at 80H, 80H. If I move it all the way down, it goes to 37H. And all the way up, it goes to like an up triangle FH. 37H. Up triangle DH. 37H, up triangle CH. So I didn't really have a problem with this up one. It was the side to side, but I might as well replace them both while I'm here. Yep. Whoa. That sucker's pretty tight. Alright. Get him broke loose here. Need a little bit more torque. Alright, let's see what this guy looks like. So stiff and nasty feeling. So I'm gonna take this off. And they're all regulars. or flat, whatever you guys call them. It's the flat screwdriver. I call that a regular. And I call Phillips Phillips. So if you ever hear me say regular screwdriver, I'm talking about a flat blade. Be honest with you. I don't want to come off. It's held on by that. Not quite sure how I'm going to work this one. I'm thinking this little dick right here goes in that hole to lock this in place. Sort of like that. Kind of makes sense to me. So I'm putting on the lock washer first, then the flat washer, then the nut. And I think I'm gonna solder this while it's out. I don't know if reaching behind there is gonna be all that good to do. So right now I'm tightening the nut that holds this in place. This little nub that goes in that hole will secure the potentiometer from turning on this plate, even if your bolt comes or your nut comes loose. Okay, so you got these 3 wires. Guess I'll do them one at a time here. There's one. You know what? Just gonna do this. Cut that crud off there. I didn't really want to do that. It's hard for me to see, gents. I gotta get my glasses, my friends. Hang on a second. Alright, fellas. I got my plus 4.5s on. Guess it would help if I put the solder in the right spot, like that. There we go. That works better. Okay. And let's take the middle wire out. There we go. That one might fit back in there. And no, not gonna fight with it. See what we can do here. I also have a part I want to show you guys. Well, that one flowed in there right away. It wasn't flowing, all of a sudden it just wicked up right into the wires. I love it. I'll have to get my hot air gun. I got this last wire here. So there's another pot down. Stay right there, don't move. That one might fit. And it does. Alright. Let's get this guy soldered on. Just like that. So we're already on the test screen. I really don't think like these wires would touch each other because they are solidly soldered onto these lugs, but I just put that there just in case. So it's stick up and down 00H up to FFH is the full sweep, and 80H is right there. So I'm going to put the sprocket back on, I guess you would call it. Sprocket, gear. I feel like one of those old grandpas that looks over and under their glasses and then through them half the time. Because like, I can see these screws, but I can't see the slots. If that makes sense. Okay. I think that's okay. Let's change back to a Phillips because that's what we're going to need next. So we get these screws started here. This guy goes down here. Okay. I think I put that back too far, maybe. Yeah, I think I did, guys. I think this, well, we'll wait. I don't want to overspeak. But I think I made a boo-boo. No, I didn't. I don't think so. Should still be able to move this pot. Get it. I think. I don't know. See, I don't know where center is. Like this one's easy. Shit. So close this up. So it's at 8FH. So centered is 92H, that ain't right. think when it sits right there, it's centered sitting. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Sorry I'm not talking, fellas. Paying attention to my numbers. This needs to go this way to be centered. And it needs to walk straight down. Now it's 87H. All right, guys. We'll try that, because it keeps going up when I close the drawer, so I'll go underneath instead of just trying to hit it exactly on. Maybe I'll get lucky. Well, 7CH. Damn, it's so close. Wrong way. It is at 7FH. And the next one's 80H. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. That's pretty centered to me. It's literally one character away from where it needs to be. Still that way. Alright. End of diagnostics. Alright, so let me make sure they're tight before I start moving them all around every which way. Yep. Yep. Cheers, fuckface. Alright. Now this ain't tight. Oh, dive down. I've never seen it do that before. Is that where it's supposed to fly? I thought it was supposed to fly in the middle. Still don't barrel roll. Am I not flying fast enough? Alright, she's barrel rolling now. That's what I needed. Very good. So if, oh, one other thing here, guys. I'm going to show you down in here. Okay, so you see that brown cord right there, or brown board right there? That is the board that powers the joystick vibration when you get killed. So I'm gonna have a little bit of screen recordings on here of some part numbers and some close-ups of that board explaining where you can get some parts for cheaper than, oh, I forget what somebody told me. Jerry Voluptuous, I think, said it was like 300 bucks, maybe. I don't know, but I got a clip coming on here. Very good, guys. It's been great. Alright, this is the what I call the voltage rectifier and relay for the Sega board that controls the vibration motors in the Afterburner, as well as the Outrun uses the same shaker motor board. So this part can fix that board for both games. There it is. You notice a little screw in the top. You just simply have to pull on it and unscrew it out of there, and it's completely out of your way, and it's not a big issue. Here is the seller on eBay that I bought it from, and maybe more appropriate part number or search number or search criteria. Here is the potentiometers that I just used for the steering, or the left and right and up and down. And also here is a picture of that rectifier solenoid or relay on the actual Sega board. Once you remove that screw, if you can see right there, the hole in the top, you remove that screw and it'll allow this to sit flush all the way around the board, and the lugs line up, and you can solder it right in its spot, and there you go. But that would be the orientation of this on the board. You see the outputs pointing, I guess if you're looking at it like it is right now, where you put the output towards the top, the output, well, it would look like this on the board. I'm not quite sure if there's only one way for it to go on, but this is the way it goes on and works for me. So, it's a couple bucks. I don't know what it costs to have a rebuilt or a new old stock one of these boards. I've read a lot on forums when your shaker motors don't work that this is like 99% the culprit, and that is the rectifier and this is the part you need to fix it, guys. I can't think right now, but I appreciate you guys watching. I hope some of this information helps you out. If I probably should put this stuff in the beginning of the video, because I don't know anybody that's going to crazily sit there and watch 45 minutes of me peckering around with 2 pots. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. All right. Peace.